I'm going to address the shooting that happened last night. I want to start off by saying that in less than 24 hours, we almost lost another trooper. And I think that underscores the danger that our personnel are willing to put themselves in to keep our community safe. Yesterday on February 5th February 5th at approximately 7:12 p.m., our department's SWAT team responded to the area of 2435 West Indian School Road to serve a high-risk search warrant. The suspect in question had a warrant, a grand jury warrant for weapons misconduct, as well as drug possession. It's important to note this is a high-risk search warrant because of the extensive criminal history of this suspect. The suspect, who we're not identifying at this time, is a 51-year-old male. As our troopers and our SWAT entered the entrance to the residence, there were two females that saw them come. They ran back to the residence and warned the suspect that they were coming. Almost immediately following, the suspect began to fire rounds at our SWAT officers. Our SWAT officers returned fire. During the exchange of gunfire, one of our SWAT sergeants was hit in the shoulder by a round, and he also was wounded in the bicep. So he took a round to his right shoulder and was wounded in his left bicep. I can't confirm whether his left bicep wound was a round or shrapnel. 3 other SWAT operators or troopers were also wounded as part of this shooting. It is suspected they were also hit by shrapnel. All 4 of our wounded troopers were treated and are home resting. We are grateful for the response of the Phoenix Police Department as well as the medical team that arrived to quickly assess and treat our wounded. The Phoenix Police Department is going to investigate this shooting. We will be working closely with them to release what information we can. The only other information that I can release at this time is our SWAT sergeant that was wounded has 21 years of service with the agency, many of those years being on our SWAT team. I can take a few questions and try and answer what I can, but again, this is still an active investigation by the Phoenix Police Department. I would go back to what I said at the beginning, that the men and women of law enforcement are willing, they stand ready, they signed up to protect the public over themselves. They're willing to put themselves in those situations. We have seen quite a few officer-involved shootings around the state. With that, I will say that part of our responsibility is dealing with that very small percentage of the public who wish to do harm or have malicious intent. And that is who we work with and deal with most of the time. Yeah, so the question is the condition of the suspect as well as vigils and what the community can do to help. Thank you for that question. I don't know about the vigils. We will share what we can when it comes to fundraisers and things like that. We are very lucky to have a lot of support in this state, especially when it comes from groups like the 100 Club, who hopefully you're familiar with, and the public just, and we're so grateful for them. They're just ready and willing to stand up and support us. The condition of the suspect, he was also transported to the hospital. My understanding is he had some non-life threatening injuries. At this time, I currently do not know his status. I will check with the Phoenix Police Department. Hopefully we can provide an update, and when he is booked into jail, we will be able to release his full name. Yeah, I don't want to jump ahead of the investigation, but my understanding is yes. Um, but we hopefully can give a little bit more on that later on. If there's no other, one more?
Are you able to provide any details on the initial search warrant and just the initial investigation?
So the question is some initial details or a background on the warrant itself. I can give you just a real brief, and I don't want to get too much into it because it was an investigation by our gang task force, and they are the ones that were able to find out that this suspect was violating several felony laws. They are the ones that went and were able to get a grand jury warrant for his arrest based on that. And our gang unit, again, is doing an incredible job around this state helping find those people that really have a malicious intent. So that's it. Thank you.